Hello to all the amazing people. The Neomer here with some more Lobotomy Corporation. This will be a short video where I'm gonna be talking about, well, a bug I found in the game. Yeah, it's kind of silly. But anyway, I played quite a bit. I still didn't nail the chest and the tries were like not really that good. I actually had one really good try. Took me 2.5 hours. I did everything I wanted. And then 2.5 hours, 3 hours, I ran out of memory on my PC. So I cannot play a mission for longer than 2 hours or so. So yeah, it was like 4 videos already and I was so happy everything was coming together, and then I just don't have enough RAM for this game to run more than 2 hours. It's like such a shame. But anyway, in that process, I found a bug and, well, actually didn't find the bug. I noticed something really weird happening and then I was trying to figure out what it is. So I was Googling a bit and then I found that it was a bug, right? So yeah, I want to show you how it works. So first of all, if any of you can explain this, so we are still on day 42, but if we go to this abnormality here, where is it? This one, we actually have 2 armors. How is that possible? We shouldn't have these. We had 0 when we started doing chest suppression. So what? Where did this come from? Like, how is this possible? Well, I did not reset a week. If you're thinking that, I didn't. But we got these some other way. So if you know how to gain them, you can pause the video now and you can go and write down. How do you think this happened? How do you think I obtained these 2 armors without, so it's like a puzzle for you, right? How did I obtain these 2 without actually reverting a week? So all I did was suppressions. All I did was trying to suppress chest. I had the game crash once. And after a really long mission and others were like short tries, I was always prioritizing training this thing and this thing. And as soon as I would have 140 boxes, 120 boxes, I would buy this thing. I would be like, okay, we at least have one. Now, I'm happy now we have at least one. And then we're gonna go and focus on this thing. And then I did some more tries. And then I was like, okay, now we got both of them. And then I was like, wait, what? Something weird. But anyhow, let me show you how that happened. I also, in the same way I gained these things, because of the reason I gained these things, I also lost one of the faint aromas. I had 3, now I have 2 only. And I will show you now. I will gonna revert this process and I will gain the faint aroma. And I will destroy these 2 because I don't want to cheat. So yeah, this video will be about removing these 2 and gaining 1 faint aroma back. And let's see if I lost anything else. Okay. I'm gonna talk about a bit how that happened. And oh wait, what? There we go. And yeah, try to figure it out for yourself. If not, well, just keep watching the videos and I'm gonna show you. But anyway, you can cheese the game badly if you have all the right pieces. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. This game. But oh yeah, we lost the ego suit as well, so we should grab that as well. Okay. Okay, today's expression. Good. So I'm gonna explain to you what exactly happened. Okay. Oh, apparently we miss one Amita as well. Doesn't really matter. And we missed this thing as well. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna buy this one as well then. Yeah, we lost some items because we were doing tries and like things that are not supposed to be permanent losses became permanent losses, and the things which were not meant to be permanent gains became permanent gains. I definitely came ahead because this thing's just broken. Like, I would be very happy to keep these, put them on people, have very easy time training with white abnormalities. I would not have to do my etched cheese, which doesn't work all the time, by the way. Doesn't work all the time. Oh yeah, Moonlight Sonata, right. We didn't actually grab these. We should grab these. So yeah, let's go in and let's show you what was going on. So I was basically using the edge strategy. I would take Toshiro and I would send him here. To get like a person to tank my damage, and I would send everyone who has white damage down here so they can pacify the person, right? So this was the process, right? There is Toshiro. Are you getting there? So this was step one. I would put Toshiro in here to etch it. Then I would send Toshiro to train here, and if white was amplified, we could still train, but the person who is being etched on would go crazy all the time, and we would have like a group of people to calm it down real fast. Let's find out who's etched though. So it's Eugene, right? And like I would do it until the etched person was like a good person, right? So what's a good person? So every time Toshiro enters this thing while the white is amplified, the etched person would repeatedly go crazy. So depending on what's the highest stat, person would behave differently. If the person had the highest HP, it would like start attacking my employees. If the person had highest prudence, it would be afraid. I think that's what happened with Max. I'm not 100% sure about that. And it was super easy. They just stand still and you just pacify them and that's it. If they have highest temperance, they wander around. So they run around and they yell, "No, the doom is coming! No, no, no!" And that's the worst one. I'm gonna explain why soon. And then there's also justice. Then they go and try to release the abnormalities. I actually did never have justice to be the highest stat on any of my etched people. So when my highest stat would be fortitude, I would go and remove the weapon from the person so we feel safer. And I would use this tool here. We would use the old faith and promise. So if the person had highest red stat, I would send it in here to remove the weapon, because so it doesn't kill half my group. So we would destroy the weapon and then it would gain the riot stick, right? Yeah, and sometimes I would do this at the start of the mission. When I did it at the start of the mission, nothing bad happened. However, on one of my very, very long tries, I already had the one of these unlocked, right? And I sent Memnia down here to train with this thing, and Memnia has the red weapon, the mimicry. And my etched person, of course, which went into panic, started attacking people, and the red was amplified, and Memnia killed it with a sword. And then I got a new etched person. The old etched person was something easy to deal with, like a panic or something. The new etched person was not easy to deal with. The new etched person had like a very tricky weapon, like it was Amita or something, I don't know. I think it was this one actually. No, not this one. I don't know, it was Amita. I can't find it now. But anyway, it was a weapon which is problematic, which I couldn't deal with because it was almost one-shotting my people, so it was too risky. And then I figured out a plan. I was like, hey, wait, I can destroy that weapon. And I went here and I destroyed the weapon. At that point, I did not know what will be the consequences of that, right? So I destroyed the weapon. And since when you destroy the weapon with old faith and promise, that weapon destruction is permanent. You lose the ego even if you restart the day. However, it seems like when you do that, there's like a bug. Instead of game saving the weapon which you just destroyed, so when you destroy the weapon with the old faith and promise here, like let's say if we destroy the 4th match flame here, it will not just destroy the old 4th match and flame permanently and save it into the file even if you restart. It will save your whole ego inventory. So whatever else you gained or lost For example, if somebody died, you would lose his weapon as well. If you gained an ego, for example, if you gain an ego suit here, you would also keep that. So, if I want to keep any ego I want in this whole Lobotomy corporation here, all I have to do is train with an abnormality, buy it, and then send somebody with a crappy weapon inside here to lose it. And that's it. And that's what happened. I didn't know that. What happened is, like, after my game crashed, I kept playing. And then at some point, I was like, okay, let's train with this thing. I want to unlock at least one of these. And then I'm like, what? We already have both of them unlocked? I was shocked. I really was. I was like, what's going on? I didn't understand. Then I googled this thing, the silent orchestra. I thought it was bugged. I couldn't find anything. Then I was googling like things like keeping egos after restarts, things like that. It was really hard to Google. And then I remembered that sometimes in the past, while I was playing, sometimes I would lose an ego weapon, and I, even on restart, and I did not understand why. And then somehow, some way, I remember that I had this abnormality and that I was interacting with it, and I was like, okay, maybe this thing is the problem. And then I went and read the wiki page on the Old Fate and Promise, and sure enough, there is a bug about it. So when you get a weapon destroyed by Old Fate and Promise, it saves your entire ego inventory. So it hard saves it. So even if you restart, your egos remain the same. Cool, right? Anyhow, now we're gonna get rid of these two ego suits. We're gonna retry the day real fast here. It's crazy. I don't want to win like this. I could just equip these two and be like, hey, yeah, guys, we have two of these. I don't know where they came from. It's a mystery, right? Everyone would probably think, those who know would know it was probably the Old Fate and Promise. Sadly, I don't have the recordings because, like, everything crashed. My ops crashed, my video got corrupted, my PC ran out of memory, the game crashed. It's like... it was like crazy. Anyhow, let's go to ego list. Aleph, okay, Kuraiko and Memnia. Equip these. There you go, and unequip your weapons, please. Oh, it's so nice to see this. Oh, we can go and see what it does. Should we? It doesn't say anything. A splendid tailcoat, perfect for a symphony. Superb leadership is required to create a perfect ensemble. It would be wise to leave some of the audience alive until the finale to hear them applaud. Yeah, it surely would. Anyhow, we're gonna remove the weapons, which we don't wanna lose. We earned those weapons fair and square, so there you go. So now these two have just riot sticks. Then we're gonna need to equip them some weapons to lose. It doesn't really matter what we do. Like, we'll do like penitence, I guess. There we go. Well, actually, no. What am I doing? We're not gonna do it like that. Okay. We need to have these two killed, right? Yeah. Okay. We do have Bina abnormalities, so there's a chance it got to get saved, but then we're just gonna do it a second time. Anyhow, I do want my faint aroma back though, so I want my faint aroma stuff back. And I think these things down here as well. Okay, and we also need somebody who's gonna sacrifice their weapon for greater good. Cobalt Scar, Ecstasy, Amita, Riot Stick, Amita. Wait, what? Where's the fourth match flame? There it is. Okay, Eugene, go there. And we also lost one of these, right? Yeah, we lost one of the Exuvii armors. Okay. There we go. It's kind of crazy. So we're just resetting things back here as they were, as they should be, basically. I'm getting my weak stuff back and... yeah. Although this one's problematic. we might not get what we need here. So we need like what? I want at least this one, right? 56. That should be fairly doable, maybe. Oh, we're gonna need to chase it around, aren't we? 8 to 15. Okay. Well, the range is pretty good, actually. So it shouldn't be too hard. This is so silly. Like, I was like bedazzled. I was like so weirded out by this thing. It's kind of insane. Pum, 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 pum. Okay, I'm gonna grab this thing. And maybe we don't need the faint aroma, although faint aroma is also pretty good, so I would kind of like to get it. Of all the craziness, I would never have guessed something like this will happen. So yeah, I spent like, I think I have like 4 hours or so now on chest suppression. Something like that. There we go. I think I have everything in order. I'm not sending Memnia down here anymore. Unless I'm like 125% focused. And yeah. And we can unlock this. No, can't yet. Okay, I want the weapon. It's like kind of crucial for my tactic. And I'm gonna grab the armor as well if we can. Get everything back like it used to be. Now you might be like, hey, why don't you punish yourself more? Why don't you like not grab the things that you have? Well, let's not be hasty here. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. I was smart enough to figure out the bug and everything. I think I deserve, you know. I think I deserve to get everything back as things were. Okay, now the thing's gonna escape probably, so I don't know if I have the patience to kill it. I mean, it's probably okay. I mean, black's amplified, so it should be okay, right? And we can send it back with this thing as well. Where is it? Okay, let me check if we have like any other. I should probably do this though. How much off are we? Like 8 boxes, okay. That's so funny. Okay. Yeah, things are not really going according to plan. Oh, we got some dead people. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. No. We can't do it like that. Because then whoever dies together with the... after we save the ego inventory will gonna die again. I cannot even fail things properly. Would you look at that? Okay. But yeah, that's like it, and nothing else smart will happen in this video. I'll just keep talking and stuff, but other than that, and now of course everything reverts back to the way it was, like it normally would, since we didn't actually destroy the weapon at the Old Faithful. That's such a like insanely powerful effect if you think about it, though, right? Where's she? There. Go there. And let's do this one again. Okay. This will be complicated. Not because of the thing I want to do, but... Eugene, you can actually do the time travel thing. And then we're gonna need somebody else to destroy their weapon. I mean, it can be one of Doctor Who's, I guess. Yeah, sure, it can be the one. It can be the chosen one. There we go. Let's see if this time we get lucky as well. I guess we could go without the faint aroma armor, if that's gonna be the problematic part. Yeah, I guess. Let's get some people into the train though. Okay, where's Eugene? Eugene, you're gonna be the time traveler. Are you looking forward to it? Hopefully you are. Time travel is fun. At least you don't get a bullet in your head like Memnia and Toshiro will. Oh, that's enough, okay. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Right, so what else happened? I don't know. Yeah, so one of the problems was that if we get a person with high temperance, I had like some very fast restarts when where I had a person with very high temperance get it, and I didn't understand what was going on. So when white was amplified, oh yeah, by the way, white is amplified, so, but we do have the armor, so we're fine. So when the white is amplified, you can't really do the temperance tactic. You cannot do the tactic if the person who goes crazy has temperance. Why? Because person who gets who has highest temperance will start to wander around, and they will put people around them in panic. And since white is amplified, it will do a lot of panic damage. And if you cannot kill that person like almost instantly, what happens is they go crazy and they make everyone else around them crazy, and it all like spirals out of control. So yeah. So we had some very fast restarts. Then I was trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Then I went and read the manual. Then I saw that the person who gets the highest temperance stat is wandering, and then I just assumed that's what they do. They like run around and do like damage to people. That part, white damage, that part, I'm not sure 100% that's exactly how it works, but that's what I observed, so that's what I think is happening. There we go. Okay, luckily enough we got a really good train. We can have people dying on this reset though, right? Okay, 8, that was barely enough. So what's the chances now? Low, high. I mean, it would be good. Like, what's your chances, Toshiro? Do you have like a common chance? Although we need Kuraiko actually. There we go. Yeah. We need somebody with a white armor. Well, this one's common. Let's go. And let's get the time machine ready just in case. Okay, it's ready. Good. But yeah, hopefully don't mind this little bit of an episode where I explain the bug that happened, and yeah. And then after I record this, I will actually go and try to do the suppression, and hopefully we can do it. But it's like so many things can go wrong. Like, I totally have the tactic and I know what I need to do, but every time I kill myself in new innovative ways. Like, it's kind of amazing that I played for 2.5 hours and I did not get anyone killed by a train. I'm very, very proud of that. But yeah, that was not enough. My tree management was also so. It was not the best, so that was taking a lot of focus from me as well. But after some time, I learned how to do it better, so I like have like better positioning and stuff for it. So that's pretty good. Okay, now I think we can unlock the armor. Good. Right. So we need to destroy these 2 armors. There we go. And then we're gonna send Doctor Who here to destroy his solitude and save that. So basically, yeah. We're putting things back as close as I know. Oh, really? That didn't work? Oh, it did. Okay. Right. Now we can restart the day and the things we did will stay permanent. Huzzah! Yeah. Happy times. This game. One of the things, like, this game would be so much better if you could, like, save and exit. Not save and load, just save and exit, right? So when you're playing a mission, if you could save and exit and then just come back later, it would be way better. And hopefully I could restart the PC as well and, you know, clear the... I mean, it would also be really good if they could fix the memory leak. That's... I really hope the new game they're working on... So if we go here now, you will see I don't have the ego suits anymore. Right, but I did get my weapons back here, so yay. And yeah, we're gonna equip the people now. We're not gonna play anymore in this episode, so if you came for some gameplay, make sure to check the next video. So yeah, I'm gonna equip everyone, maybe read some stories we didn't do yet. We could do that. Right, Memnia, Mimicry, Kuraiko, Mimicry, Ego Weapons, Kuraiko this one, Memnia this one, there we go. Okay, let's see what else do we have here, right? So Maxims, okay, these 2 already have the buffs, that's fine, and then we got another Maxim. This one, who lost his WAV. He probably died or something just before I used the Old Faithful. Okay, there's 1 bullet here missing. This one, okay. Now, who has the magic bullet? Nobody has the magic bullets, okay. Then we got an Amita, right. Not sure who was using that, but probably one of the kill team, right? So it has to be Mayo. No, they're using harvests. Okay. All right. Oh, Rin, maybe. But no, it's not Rin. Rin was the one we just did, right? You can give her this one. Better Buy has a white weapon. You have the red one. That's fine. Bong Bong, white. That's all good. Yeah, I have no idea who had that weapon, actually. I think no one did. Really? Okay. That's good. Faint aroma, that's good. That's good. These are the woodcutters. Okay, all the Mayas needs to have black weapon. They are on duty of killing the silent orchestra. So black, 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 black. So that's fine. That's fine. And then bullets the same. Black, 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 black. Right. Good. Ege has the red one. Doctor Who's have whatever. I think I just gave them some pistols here. Okay, then let's see. Max has white, right? Whatever, whatever, whatever. Kuja, red. Okay, Joker, red. That's fine. White, white. That's good. White, that's good. Black, that's fine. Okay, you know what? You can have it, Eliza. Oh no, that's red. I'm silly. I'm silly. I don't know why I thought that was a black weapon. Okay. Well then, anyone can get it. Okay, let's just go through people, make sure they have. Okay, Aleph, Aleph, Waf, 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 and Tat. Okay, can we give you a better equipment? I mean, we can. Although, there we go. Aleph, Aleph, Vav, 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 HE, Det HE, Vav, HE, Vav. Okay, good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Right, okay. That's all nice. Okay, let's check out special abilities of our weapons. That's something we didn't do yet, right? Okay, I'm not gonna read all the details. You can like pause and read it if you like. At some point we'll probably like, before we start, maybe we do a special episode and read everything. Okay, recover 25% of damage dealt to the target as HP. This, by the way, this is very, very useful against noon and dusk ordeals, against the robots. Memnia is really good against robots. She can survive their attacks and also heal while attacking them. So yeah, against green ones, we really have no problem with Memnia if the red is amplified. 5% chance to recover 10 SP on attack if wielder has 2+ justice. Okay, that's kind of interesting, but not very useful. Okay. Nothing there. Can cause additional red damage for a certain amount of time. Weapon damage plus 50% when the employee's HP is less than 50%. However, if the employee attacks in that state, it may cause collateral damage to employees in range. Okay, that's pretty scary. Only equipable by bold employees or those who have developed alopecia areata. This is interesting. Each time an attack target dies, Fortitude and Justice will rise by 3 permanently. Decrease the target's movement speed on normal attack. Decrease every enemy's movement speed in the same room when performing a special attack. Like, in theory, this is like really powerful, right? If we could somehow get a lot of kills on something. When attacked, the damage has a chance of being reflected, so these 3 have to stay away from the punishing bird, or at least they should not get panicked, so they don't get focused by it. 25% chance to make the target more vulnerable to red damage. Interesting. The colorful pattern is vivid, similar to the child's plaything. A versatile equipment made to cut down trees and people alike. Right. I kind of like these. Okay, you know what? Let's read them out. Fourth match flame. The fire roars and burns like the first flame. The light of the match will not go out until it has burned away happiness, warmth, light, and all the other good things of the world. There's no need to worry about it being quenched. The experience with lighting the matches could not be completed without collateral damage. Those who are burnt will feel infinite hatred towards the world until the last flicker of their consciousness is snuffed out. Oof. So this is from the little girl. Okay, then we got mimicry. The yearning to imitate the human form is sloppily reflected on the ego, as if it were a reminder that it should remain a mere desire. When the unfamiliar and otherworldly eyes stare at you, you will feel a chill up your spine. If pushed to the limit one can wield it, it can deliver a powerful downswing that should be impossible for a human. Right, to know means to understand. We successfully extracted the archetype and materialized it, and the observer reshaped it into a weapon. I think this is probably the first one we got, right? From the penitence, from the good old friend, the skull. This is why we highly regarded the act of observation. The eye sockets of the hollow skull stare into sins, and the crown of thorns casts blame. Those who are willing to spill blood for the greater good will be readily given approval for its use. Though this weapon is not as strong as other ego weapons in our possession, it provides psychological comfort for the wielder. Well, this is the psychological comfort for the wielder, right? However, it is useless to those who do not know justice. Well, you need to have 2+. Why wouldn't you have 2+ justice? Well, it was back in the time when we didn't, right? A side that swings silently and with discipline like a conductor gestures and baton. If there were a score for this song, it would be one that sings of the apocalypse. The wielder of this ego is able to indulge in the music of silence that no one else can hear. The conductor does not wish to end the performance until it reaches the finale. However, it might be wise to leave some audience alive to applaud at the end. So Kuraiko also has a good armor, so Kuraiko and Memnia will be clearing out dangerous red attack-based abnormalities. Then we got the beak here from the little bird. As if to prove that size doesn't matter when it comes to force, the weapon has high firepower despite its small size. Well, Hi. Unleash it on those standing in the way with no hesitation or forgiveness. The bullet's surface is covered with numerous spikes resembling small teeth, so it can inflict quite a bit of pain when it penetrates the enemy. Okay. Solitude from the old lady. A strong sense of loneliness still lingers, even in the form of an ego. Its bullets create a void that cannot be filled on the victim's soul, rather than a wound upon their flesh and bones. It was a rusty weapon from the beginning. Right. Okay, then we got the green stem. Once realizing that nobody would come, stems and leaves blossomed as if by magic. This is from the Snow White's apple, right? However, the inherent malice caused all life to crumble as soon as it bloomed. Those who come in contact die by the deep-seated hatred rather than the sharpness of its tip. All personnel involved in the equipment's production were heavy protection to prevent from being influenced by the enmity. Or maybe it's like the tree, actually. No, it's not. It is the Snow White's apple. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then we got Zion Soda. This ego was last extracted by an employee who particularly loved shrimp. A pistol painted in a refreshing purple. Whenever this ego is used, a faint scent of grapes wafts through the air. Cool. Faint aroma. Okay, this weapon helped us so much. This we got from the... This weapon was a key in us suppressing the red mist because it's long range. It outranges her pale attack on the tourist face. It was pretty good. Little bit grindy, but... So this is from the purple horse thing, the Alriune. Even after the ego was extracted, it still carried the fragrance of the archetype. Simply carrying it gives the illusion that you're standing in a forest in the middle of nowhere. The arrowhead is dull and sprouts flowers of vivid colors wherever it strikes. When flowers substitute all the desire in everyone's hearts, this ego will no longer be needed. So yeah, the red mist was suppressed by 100 flowers, I guess. That's so cool. Then we got the Cobble Scar. This weapon resembles the claw of a vicious wolf. Once upon a time, these claws would cut open the bellies of numerous creatures and tear apart their guts. If it flays the target's flesh and makes them bleed non-stop. We still didn't see what happens when you have both the little red hunter and the wolf. We should do that at some point. Then we got the Tough. This is a joke. Only equipable by bold employees. A Glock reminiscent of a certain detective who fought off evil for 25 years, losing hair as time went by. I think that's Bruce Willis. Only those who maintain a clean hairstyle with no impurities on their head will be deemed worthy of equipping this weapon. Perhaps it could be even shot down a helicopter if used well. Yeah, I think so. Well, Bruce Willis is the actor and the movie is Die Hard, and I forgot what the character is called. Each time, right, it has pale faces of nameless employees and a giant mouth on it, so you feed with your victims and become stronger. Upon striking with the weapon, the monstrous mouth opens wide to devour the target, its hunger insatiable. Then I got the Black Swan, the one we have to run from the little bird because it has reflect damage. Then attack, the damage has a chance of being reflected. Believing that it would turn white, the Black Swan wanted to leave the curse by weaving together nettles. All that was left is a worn parasol it once treasured. It yearned to have a dream it would never wake up from, but reality was cruel as ever. Okay, then we got the Exuviae. The slick sensation of holding this ego may disturb some employees, right? It's a rocket launcher, yay, from the nest, I believe. Then we got Ecstasy, the shark weapon. The colorful pattern is vivid, similar to a child's plaything. It's a fast, long-range weapon, good for pacifying employees. It doesn't say here, but I feel like this weapon slows down people when you shoot people at it. Yeah, I feel like this weapon slows people down when you shoot them with it. The last legacy of the man who sought wisdom. The rake tilled with the human brain instead of farmland. The rake tilted the human brain. How many of the wise people among us lost their lives to this rake? So this is the Scarecrow weapon from the Wizard of Oz. The Scarecrow looking for the brains. So yeah, when it kills a person, it heals. Not for me, but for the abnormality. A versatile equipment made to cut down trees and people alike. Perhaps sharpening the axe was the one thing it didn't neglect. The blade is always shiny, so this is from the Woodsman. Today's expression. Many different expressions are painted on the equipment like patches. The inability to show one's face is perhaps a form of shyness. When troubling emotions surge up from time to time, it's best to simply cover the face. Right, then we got the Wing Beat from the Fairies. Graced by the Fairies, the weapon radiates a pale light. Despite its cute shape, the ego itself is rather heavy. To see this ego diffraction, right, this is from the dimensional rift abnormality. To see this ego, one must reflect, concentrate. You can ignore the ridiculous advice that you can see it with your mind. It may be in your best interest to calculate the radius when you swing, given that it's invisible. Many employees have sustained injuries from erroneous calculation, so people hit themselves with this weapon because it's, well, invisible. Then we got hypocrisy. All things natural are bound to turn to dust someday. Thus, this evergreen crossbow has to be far apart from Mother Nature. The tree turned out to be riddled with hypocrisy and deception. Those who wear its blessing act in the name of bravery and faith. However, be warned that nature does not know the difference between a blessing and a curse. Right? A good weapon, similar to the faint aroma, but it's red instead. I value this very long-ranged weaponry a lot. Yeah, they're both very long. Same damage, just different type. Frost Splinter. Reduces the movement speed of target by 30% for 3 seconds. Pretty useful, actually. The Snow Queen was beautiful, but where the heart should... This weapon helped a lot with the pacification of the mountain of smiling bodies in the early days. It would slow it down, so it would not reach the bodies to eat. I remember it being quite close. That was before we had execution bullets. The Snow Queen was beautiful, but where the heart should have been was empty and frozen. The edge of the spear is both straight and icy. Anyone damaged by it will lose themselves for a moment. As the equipment was forged from snow, it shall disappear without a trace someday. Someday, when the weather warms enough to melt the snow, it may thaw the heart as well, if you truly believe so. Then we got the magic bullet, or let's not use this weapon because I always end up killing somebody with it. Though the original powers couldn't be fully extracted, the magic this holds is still potent. The weapon's bullets travel across the corridor along the horizon. So yeah, it pierces, kills, well, not kills, deals 20 to 22 damage to anyone it passes through. If the black is amplified, this weapon will kill somebody. It happened to me a couple of times while trying to suppress chests, so we are not using it anymore. Amita, a cane used by monks when they travel away from their temple. It's commonly used to measure the depth of a body of water or to drive animals or insects away. The ring attached to the cane represents the middle way and 6 paramitas. Anyone can become a Buddha by washing away the anguish and illusion in their hearts. At least that was what he wanted to believe. Okay, so this is from the monk then. From the story here. See, from the weapon description I recognized where we got it from, so... Hell yeah. Okay, and then we got one more weapon to read. Oh, so cute. Oh, one may think, how can a weapon drawn from such a cute abnormality be any good? However, the claws are actually quite durable and sharp. Beware that the beast inside you may be awakened if you use this weapon too much. Oh, but the soft jelly paws feel like very nice to touch. Well, this thing is really problematic. It's the only very short weapon I have. So when you get like the green midnight, the beams that go around the machine, right? This is the only weapon when the character gets in range, even if the beam is on the other side, they will die. At least that's what I think. Anyhow, let's go to the suits then. So we got the 4th match flame. The archetype was already charged from the moment of extraction. Although the exterior is scorched, it has no adverse effects on the ego's performance. The ashy design reminds one of the hatred against all the merry things of the world can desire to burn it all. However, no one knows whether it is actually fireproof as the design suggests. Well... Mimicry. Hello. It takes human hide to protect human flesh. To protect humans, you need something made out of humans. Even though this is not the skin of a human, it is still akin to that barrier which protects us. Employees using this equipment may lose the last bits of love for humanity that they may have left. Okay, good luck, Memi and Kureko. That sounds very gruesome. Noise. Instead of a clear shape, this is purely composed of an electromagnetic phenomena. When this ego is equipped, various screams will resound along with an eerie ringing. The noises take you back to the very moment of the day that everyone had forgotten. Let me see something. Okay, we can only have 2 of these. Okay, that's weird. It's weird that you can only have 1 of these. Why would you only be able to have 1 of these? Attack speed plus 10 when the armor from the same abnormality is equipped. This is interesting. So you have the brooch, you can increase attack speed by 10. But you have to wear a tat armor, which I'm not a huge fan of, I can tell you that much. Okay, let's move on. Penitence. Heal SP plus 10 with a 5% chance upon receiving red or black damage. Conventional firearms were... So this is not very synergistic. Conventional firearms were ineffective against abnormalities. Using them was as futile as cutting water with a knife. That was when we ask ourselves, if abnormalities are materials from the unconsciousness, it may be possible. So this is also from the 1000 Sins. It may be possible to extract a piece of it back from them and turn it into a weapon. So this is when we still theorized about getting ego. So this is the first egos we got, the design, penitence, armor, and the weapon. Results vary depending on the observer. The crown of thorns will sometimes protect the wielder's soul. The thorns may momentarily hurt as they anchor your soul to reality. This suit will be no better than rags to those who have no sense of guilt. Right, so, but doesn't have any, like, any requirements though. Then we got the little bird's armor. It's sleek without a dent. The suit was originally very small, barely wearable by a child. As more blood stains the armor, the chestplate breathes subtly as if it were alive. Okay, then we got the old lady's armor. To hide the soft side of your heart, arm yourself with loneliness. Give all you've got or nothing at all. This suit will protect the wearer's fragile mind. Interesting thing, by the way. So this thing has 0.8 because the old lady does white damage. This thing has 0.7 because the bird does the red damage. Yeah, it seems like armors very often match the damage type the work does to you. Maybe not always the case, but definitely for Aleph ones though. The green stem. Once realizing that nobody would come, stems and leaves blossomed as if by magic. The stems covering the equipment only seared the pitiable conviction of abandonment. Letting go of the obsession may ease the suffering a little. The personnel involved were unable to remove the poison of this ego equipment. So this is from the Snow White's apple, which felt abandonment. Soda. A sort of armor that feels like you're wearing aluminium. Aluminium, not aluminum. Interesting. It's quite light for armor, so it's rather comfortable to wear. Aluminium, I think it's a European way of saying things. Same, but like it's considered like, you know, canon, while like Americans say aluminum. They also use imperial system, but let's not get into that. Some say it smells of a seal celled when worn for a long time. The ceramic surface is tough as if it had been glazed several times. It may crumble back into primal clay if it's exposed to a powerful mental attack. Cracks in the equipment are filled with piles of flowers, and sure enough, yeah, it seems like abnormalities give you armors which make it easier to train with them. Yeah, that makes sense. The armor is torn up with countless traces that recount the history of the unending battle. It all wounds, yeah, between the wolf and the hunter, right? As all wounds heal up and become nothing in the end, this equipment will dull the damages, even if it won't protect you from the completely. Then we got the tough. Oh, look at it. Does this look like something Bruce Willis would wear in a movie? Only equipable by both employees. A leather jacket with an unusual luxurious figure. Only those who maintain a clean hairstyle with no impurities on their hat will be deemed worthy of equipping this suit. Anyone who wears this jacket is reminiscent of a certain detective who preferred fists over guns. Then we got the smile. This one's really important. Uber and Zero, Seek and Zero are wearing these. This will help us not get damaged by black damage. The armor is studded with familiar when recovering HP when passing over an employee's dead body. That's really important also. If like a train goes through and kills a lot of people, it's really good to like give it a pass with Uber and Zero, Seek and Zero, so the mountain of smiling corpses has nothing to eat. Well, hopefully anyway. I never had it backfire though, so I think it works. The armor is studded with familiar faces. The wearer suddenly feels the weight of that. The death will protect the wearer from the enemy attack, so it should be okay to feel safe. Rarely a painful moan can be heard, but it's best to ignore it as there's nothing you can do about it. Well, that's very gruesome. In the dense smoke they leave from day to day, worn to a shadow. Whenever she felt exhausted from the agony and struggle, she looked at the brush, a memento of the past, to stifle her feelings. The waterweed that grows under the dirty lake isn't damp as black as swan's feathers. So this is from the Black Swan. I really want the head of the Black Swan onto Shiro and Memnia if I can get it. Exuvii. Its slippery surface may be disturbing to some employees, but its scales are multi-layered, suitable for protection against external threats. Even if it is a thorn, its superior regenerative abilities will soon repair the damage. Well, I didn't notice this thing having any regenerative properties though, so maybe it does, but just didn't notice. So does Exuvia have regenerative properties? Probably not. Ecstasy. The armor sleeve has sparsely needle marks on it. The colorful pattern is fancy, quite akin to a child's costume. Alright, so why is the shark so happy? The last legacy of the man who sought wisdom. The rake tilted the human brain instead of farmland. How many of the wise people among us have lost their lives to this rake? So I just realized that I mismatched my my Doctor Who's, well, not my Doctor Who's. These three are wearing, like, they are wearing logging and harvest. Okay. I thought this was mashed. Whoops. Logging, a versatile equipment made to cut down trees and people alike. Perhaps sharpening the axe was the one thing it didn't neglect. The blade is always shiny. Okay, this is wrong. This is for the weapon. Okay. Tat. Many different expressions are painted on the equipment like patches. The inability to show one's face is perhaps a form of shyness. When throbbing emotions surge up from time to time, it's best to simply cover the face. Wing beat. The sprouting wings are as mischievous as fairy pranks. These two pairs of flimsy wings will obviously never move. Wearing this eagle make it easier to receive the care of the fairies. Cool. Feather of Honor. So if you enter with this thing into the Snow White's Queen, you just die instantly. The flame could not reach the heart before combustion ended, as it is bright as if it were burning, but once you touch it, you will realize that it's not hot at all. Burn yourself in Ave. Or alive. Heal a small amount of SP to employees in the same area every so often. This one is amazing. All things natural are bound to turn to dust someday. Thus, this evergreen rope must be kept far apart from the mother nature. The tree turned out to be riddled with hypocrisy and deception. Those who wear its blessings act in the name of bravery and faith. However, be warned that nature does not know the difference between a blessing and a curse. Alright. It's pretty good though. Frost Splinter. To stay inside the snow palace, a warm cloak is a must. As the cloak is forged from snow, it shall disappear without a trace someday. Once the weather warms enough to melt the snow, it may thaw the hearts as well, if it really believes so. Magic Bullet. Max and mean attack power +3 when the weapon from the 7 Abnormalities is equipped. Well, I don't think so. I really hate the weapon. Though the original power couldn't be fully extracted, the magic this holds is still potent. The weapon's bullets travel across the corridor along the horizon. The old and ragged robes of a monk that shows his dedication. This plain and simple wear, worn in with patches, is a sign of the monk's practice and asceticism. You can smell old dirt and fire if you put your nose close enough. And finally, so cute. Oh, the little boy. This is just the message for the weapon, so we're not gonna be reading it. Okay, so I'm gonna do some more preparation for the actual recording here. Right, so I was etching Toshiro and using Toshiro to like get as many boxes from this thing here, but I realized that in the like 6, 7, and 8, I cannot really work anything, almost anything apart from this thing. So we will get a lot of boxes anyway. We don't have to do it all in one video. So instead, what we need is we need operators for the time machine. We need operators for the time machine. This one, right? So right now we have Eugene, who can sacrifice his life to remove abnormalities if something goes wrong. But we need more. I don't want to use Veterby, he has very high stats. Let me see here. So we got Fortitude 5, Prudence 5, Temperance 3, and Justice 3. So in theory, a person who has everything on 4 would be a level 5, right? That's interesting. So I'm thinking to put Doctor Who, but maybe we don't need to do that. You know what, we're gonna leave it like this. But maybe we give this armor to somebody else. So Niemer has it right now. Niemer's the one who's training with this thing, maybe? Yeah, although it is better to use Memnia. How much do you have, Niemer? Okay. Not very much, actually. But I would like to train Niemer to be even better at Temperance. Yeah, it's not ideal. Well, with it, we want to get commons anyway. Well, sometimes not. Yeah. When we want to get it out, well, we can send Memnia anyway now when we want to. Yeah, I'm thinking about giving this armor to somebody who's gonna be on the right side to heal people up. Right. So let's see. Who's gonna be on the right side? Well, it's gonna be Maxime's, which have faint aromas. Yeah, we can give it to Maxime 999999999. Yeah. Okay. Let's find. Well, I'm pretty glad I took some time to actually, you know, chill and relax for one episode. There we go. So we got double healing now on the right side, and that's where the panicked employee will be. So we can help people out a little bit. Okay, and then Toshiro, you can grab this one. That's not a good one though. Let's grab... I don't know actually. I mean, HE is pretty good as well, right? I'm gonna grab Harvest here. Because... What we do with Toshiro anyway? Toshiro's probably gonna get the white Aleph when we get it though, so... Yeah. We could go to the Black Swan, try to get the gift. That would be pretty good with Toshiro. Yeah, let's do that. So this should be good enough for it. Yeah. We have Diffraction. Yeah, okay. Sly Grand Senior Toshiro. Okay, that works. And then this one. Can grab this. There we go. It's really important for me that everyone who's on the bottom right side, so who's gonna be fighting the Silent Orchestra, that none of these people have a weak white damage. So whoever has the black weapon. Okay, this is white, so that's fine. Let's see, black weapon, we need to have good armor, right? Yeah, these are okay. And then let's see, these have black weapons, they have good armors. Yes, good armor, yes. This one's red. Okay, these ones have black, but they don't go down there. And then the other black people, well, people with black damage are like Marine Rabbit. Okay, these two have good weapon. That's nice. Who else? Zero Seeking Zero. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we're gonna jump in real fast here just to save our changes on who got what. There we go. And I'm gonna wrap this thing up. So yeah, so we found the bug, and like, yeah, I decided I really want to like revert the things that it caused, because, you know, I want to have like a nice clean run all the way to the finish, if possible, without like weekly restarts and stuff. And I felt like this kind of bug that happened was as good or even better than a weekly restart. So I decided to destroy the Silent Orchestra armors that we got. So we start from zero now. You're gonna have to collect them again, but that's gonna be all right. Oh yeah, we're gonna be using one of the Doctor Who's, well, we're gonna etch one of the Doctor Who's, that's what I wanna say. So we're gonna etch one of the Doctor Who's, and he's gonna be training with the abnormality. We're gonna choose one who has like very high work success. And then everyone else will also be training Temperance somewhere. We have a 77 one there. Okay, let's use this one. Has 77. So if we strengthen it, what do we have? Cheek. Okay. So if we strengthen this one, 94. Okay, that's pretty good. It's not like amazing, but it's gonna give us some good boxes on this thing. So yeah, we're gonna etch this one. Oh yeah, by the way, the other Doctor Who's, I increased their SP a little bit, so that's the highest stat. So I'm hoping actually the etched lands on one of the other Doctor Who's. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go inside once more. So we got this change saved up. Let me know what you think about this bug. So basically the bug is, if you train with this thing and lose the weapon, you lose the ego state gets saved. So basically, like if a lot of people die and then you lose a weapon to this thing, you're gonna lose all the weapons on all the people. So it's basically the effect of the button. The effect of the button, really. You can save the egos with it. It's kind of insane. So yeah, let me know what you think about it. Did you know about this bug? If I was not clear enough, you can ask me and I'll explain the bug once more in the comment section. And yeah, other than that, I hope to have some nice progress soon. I hope to finally do the chest thing. Now I know how long my PC can take, so we're gonna play a little bit faster than usually. I can finish it in 1 hour and 30 minutes, maybe 2 hours. That should be way more than enough to like not have things crash and stuff. I guess I could like buy a new PC, get some more RAM, but then still like sooner or later this thing will eat up everything. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. If you enjoy my showcase here and reading the weapons, commenting a little bit, getting ready once more, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, criticizations, suggestions, ideas, you can let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I'm looking forward to finally do the suppression. I think this time nothing will go wrong, so it's gonna be a nice episode, because now I really know everything that can go wrong. I don't, but let's hope it doesn't happen. But yeah, in the meantime, I wish you to have a wonderful day. Be kind to each other. I'll thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. The Nemer signing out. Bye bye.